trusted.
If we're thinking of replicating, sorry, Professor Adebiyi, if we're thinking of replicating,
I don't want us to go in the direction of replication. Okay. I don't want us to think about it from the perspective of replication.
Okay, sorry.
Because there's always this.
If we're not going to, Professor Adebiyi, if we're not going to replicate, if we want to apply, you talk about replication when you model. You see, because your reference to Omar ibn Abdulaziz, to those ages, suggests clearly that you're prompting, you're stimulating our curiosity. You want us to get curious about, what happened in those days? Then what can we learn? If you're thinking of learning something therefrom, then it's an attempt to model, it's an attempt to replicate, or at least apply. If we want to apply any of those experiences to our own context, how do you think that go about it? Today.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, and that is going back to the example that MD Olaniyi Yusuf mentioned. The example that he gave to us when he spoke about this reflected the fact that they got the right people who have the knowledge of how to address poverty, to work with people that were zakatable and assist them to ensure that that fund produces the desired result. That is the first thing we need to do. So the fact that somebody is an imam does not necessarily imply that the person understands how the problem of poverty can be addressed. We need to understand this because we need to include boundaries. Boundaries needs to be clearly introduced into this. Unfortunately, everybody believes because they've gone to the madrasa.
Okay, sorry. I'm not cutting there.
No, I want us to get to this. I want us to get to this because it's very critical.
Professor Adebiyi, before you proceed, let me quickly ask Alhaji Olaniyi Yusuf, along this line, you're talking about the need for us to consider the knowledge factor, that being an imam does not necessarily qualify one for involvement in zakat management or administration and all that. Alhaji Olaniyi Yusuf, did you factor this kind of consideration into your operations or your engagement to the question of zakat during your leadership?
So absolutely, and that was going to be my second point. I said that there are three things. So that's the second one. It's really around technical competence, right? So in the first is we are tried. NASFAT was formed in 1995. We only formed our zakat agency about 9 years or so ago. So we mean for 21 or 22 years, we did not have an agency. We tried committees, ad hoc, and what we got were ad hoc outcomes. We now decided to have its deliberate strategy to have an agency independent of NASFAT. So the board was made up of NASFAT and non-NASFAT people, but also of competent people. So we selected people based on their competencies. We had 3 board subcommittees. There's a committee for technical.
So you are telling us some of the things that are hardly taken care of among our people today. They are just distributing zakat and all that. Well, permit me to use this opportunity to tell our people that we enjoin them to keep liking and sharing it. So, make it more widely received. Keep sharing the program, keep liking it, so that those who are not there, those who are not receiving yet could have access to what we're doing. This is interesting, technical competence. Please continue. Proceed.
Yeah. Right. So then, then we also have a finance committee whose role is to ensure that monies are received, they are receipted, and they're also received in a very confidential manner. Donors don't want people who will be talking about and saying, I got 1 million from this, I got 5 million from this. Confidentiality is important. Trusted sources are important. Then we had a marketing committee that will help to talk about the brand and project the brand and reach out to donors. 60% of our donations, of our contributions came from non-NASFAT individuals, right? And these were people that trusted us, either trusted me in person given my professional accomplishment, or trusted NASFAT as a brand, right? So that is important. We hold public disbursements of Zakat. We do annual AGMs. We publish accounts. Evidences of money distributed, who was distributed to, those that are NASFAT, those that are not NASFAT. So technical competence is important. Transparency